Hey guys, my name is Neetu and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a makeup look on myself. Here's a before and after, and what I'm doing right now is just applying my Smashbox Primerizer, and this is like a moisturizer and primer in one. And I don't like to go too heavy for my base because I do have oily skin, so this is like a really nice lightweight primer base. So this is the Stila foundation, Stila Stay All Day foundation, and this is the color medium 9, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that with like any flat brush and just paint it on the areas that I need coverage, which is basically everywhere. And then over here I'm actually gonna go in with a little bit of a darker shade, as you can see here in just a little bit. And that shade I'm gonna put around my mouth because I tend to get a little bit ashy over there. And so what I do is I put the darker shades around my mouth and around my forehead. You can't really see the difference too much, but the undertone of a darker foundation shade will cancel out that darkness. So I'm gonna go over here with a buffing brush and I'm just patting in the foundation with like a clean buffing brush. And you can see I don't like to go in circular motions or anything. I just like to push in the foundation and then I just blend that down my neck. And what happens when you do this method is that the foundation absorbs all that excess foundation that's sitting on top of the skin. So over here I'm going in with a MAC Mineralize concealer, and this is the shade NC20, and I like to use this to highlight the areas of my face. And I like to put the darker shade first because it cancels out darkness, and then the lighter shade to highlight, and I just like to do that all in one step. I like to put it on my nose, forehead, and chin. And then I'm going with that same foundation brush and just tapping it right on top. And the little bit of foundation that's already on the brush really helps blend that out nicely. So just tapping it in like always tap, tap, tap. And I like to tap in the edges first to make sure that really blends nicely. And just going right in there, going on the side of the nose. And then over here I'm just using a smaller Real Techniques brush. It's just like the buffing brush, just a smaller version, just so you can get really into those small areas. Over here I'm taking the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r powder and just powdering under my eyes. As you can see here, I'm just like really pushing it in just to make sure that it sets the concealer and then the concealer doesn't crease on me or anything. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the center of my nose, my forehead, really making sure that foundation becomes like cemented on. It doesn't go anywhere because I really have oily skin and I do need that powder. Now I'm taking a big powder brush and just kind of buffing that powder all over the rest of my skin just to set the foundation. So over here I'm just taking my Hoola bronzer and bronzing / contouring my jawline, my cheekbone, and I'm also taking that color and applying it over my mouth. I'm just gonna go in with a blush, and this is Fleur Power by MAC, and I'm just gonna pat that onto the apples of my cheek and drag it down to my hairline. Okay, so you guys, I lost a lot of my footage where I did the eye makeup, and over here is where we ended up. And I just used a Marc Jacobs green eyeliner for the waterline and bottom lash line, and I'm topping that off with a green eyeshadow by MAC, and just to intensify that lower lash line. Over here I'm just taking the Inglot Gel Liner and the color 77 and going in with my Anastasia number 3 brush and just lining my lash line. And I'm not winging it out or anything, I just want to line the lash line very thinly just so it doesn't look too thick. I do have hooded eyes. Now I'm just taking a Makeup Geek eyeshadow, black eyeshadow and corrupt, and just blending out the edges of that liner. Okay, so for my brows, I actually just mixed a couple of different eyeshadow colors, and I took a flat brush and I just fill in my eyebrows like that. So I use all sorts of different products for my brows, but the technique remains the same. I just use a flat brush to fill them in, and I just go through the edges, try to make a straight line from the top of the brow and the bottom of the brow, and just kind of fill it in. And as I come towards the inner corner, I just fade it a little bit, slightly, not too much. I don't like that ombre brow. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my lashes, and I'm just using something fluffier. Over here, I'm just like a little happy because putting on lashes on yourself is a little bit harder than on someone else, so it just always feels like an achievement when you get it done. And I like to put my mascara on after I put on lashes, so it makes it feel like they're my own lashes, and it also helps them glue together. Okay, over here I'm just kind of wiping off that excess Pro Filt'r powder that I had on, and you can see how nice and bright my under eyes look and my center of my forehead. And here's the finished look. I hope you guys like it.